Welcome to Thought for the Day. And today, while I was walking along the road to work this morning, I was listening to some music on my headphones, and it was talking about grace upon grace, and it made me think back some time ago when I was really having a really tough time with illness, and wasn't really feeling great. And I just remember it was back in '94 when I just felt that grace upon grace moment, I suppose you would call it. For me, it was one that changed my life forever. I just remember, receiving my healing from arthritis, and just having a new life. Although it was difficult because I've been so used to being in the sickness. But now, I look back now, and I was thinking that this morning. I was just thinking how wonderful our God is, how brilliant He is. And as I was walking along, I started crying with emotion about, why me, Lord, why me? And I just felt He was saying, why not? And I felt that's maybe a word for someone today, maybe thinking, why me, why me? And God's saying, why not? It's balanced with truth as well, and I just remember that holding on to the promises of God were key at that time as well. And you have that balance between grace and truth. And I just wanted to share that this morning. I just really wanted to pour out my heart in such a way that it affected me this morning. And I just wondered if today someone is listening to this and just thinking, that life's not worth it. I've had enough. All I can say to you is that if you call on Him, He will hear you. And don't give up, because it doesn't matter how much you feel. It's not about what you feel. It's about how much He loves you, how much He cares for you. And when He pours out that grace, I remember at the time as well, I remember that I kept hearing the song Amazing Grace. And it was, I suppose, I look back now, it seems quite comical, but every time that song came on, I couldn't move. I went to the floor. I was filled with joy. I even laughed quite a lot. And I remember one time that my wife was trying to get me out the door. Fatally, she put that song on just before we went out, and I just remember it was so funny that she, we just spent some time with the Lord. Really, it was just in His presence, being blessed by what He does. And I just wanted to bring that because it did really affect me this morning. Especially now, because that was '94, and now in 2020, and we've got the lockdown, we've got all these restrictions and all this worry and fear. I just felt that it was time to reflect this morning. Reflect that actually we have a God who does the miraculous, who is in control. He is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. And I just wanted to remind people this morning that if we put our trust in Him, then He knows, and we have a place of security. He made us to be overcomers, and that means in every situation in life, whether we think it's small or whether we think it's large, He is King of Kings, Lords of Lords, and we are overcomers in that message. So I just wanted to share that this morning, share from my heart, my walk, my daily walk in the morning, some thoughts that were coming through my head. It just shows you the power of worship. It just shows you the power of as you walk along, listening to music and just spending time with God. That actually He can talk to you in those times. He's put us here for a time such as this, and I just think it's really, really important. And I just reflected back to God on that, I just thought, wow, all these years later, and when I was healed, I wondered what it was for. But I think it's a journey, and it's a journey that's taken time, and I just do believe that if that happened to me, I believe it can happen to you too. So never give up. Keep praying. Keep listening to your worship songs. Keep thinking about the amazing grace of our Lord. And as your day goes on today, just hand it to Him, and just watch Him as He performs grace upon grace in every element of your life.